Hello to those of you that have already joined. We're going to give people a couple more minutes to get logged in and we'll get started. About one more minute and then we'll get this webinar started. Okay, everyone. I think we've got most people. It's now time. So good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all of our participants who have joined us on this interesting and knowledge-filled webinar today. My name is Sherry Hendricks, and I'm the VP of Operations here at Rappaport in the United States. I'm your host for today's webinar, and I have two of my colleagues with me that will be presenting some exciting RapNet features. I have Mrs. Philippa Korik from Israel, who is our customer service coordinator, and also Mr. Prashant Bajani, who is a senior manager in India. Hi, Philippa. Good morning. How are you doing today?
Good morning, Sherry. Doing well, thank you. Excited to share the new features with our audience today. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good here in Vegas. Nice and warm. Prashant, what about you? How are you doing?
I'm doing great. It's lovely to see all of you. In fact, it's almost approaching nighttime in India, but I'm so excited and I'm looking forward to see what are the new developments which are happening on RapNet. So looking forward to this.
Great. Well, now for all of our participants, I want to let you know that we will be sending out the recording and copies of the webinar today. So don't worry about trying to write everything down. Just sit back and let us show you how all of this works. So before we begin, I'd also like to ask a question to understand our audience here today. So how many of you are currently RapNet members? If you just select yes or no to that poll question. So RapNet is the go-to website for anyone who's serious about their diamond business. It's the world's largest and most trusted professional online diamond and jewelry trading network, focusing on delivering our members the best available diamonds, prices, people, and market intelligence for retailers, dealers, diamond, and jewelry manufacturers worldwide. Our members are internationally established members of the trade, offering an extensive and diverse diamond inventory and jewelry range. This, along with our member directory, makes RapNet the go-to diamond and jewelry website for developing long-term partnerships with some of the largest diamond companies in the world. RapNet also offers pricing tools to help you valuable pricing analysis. It is efficient and has a centralized communication center for all of your diamond and jewelry trades and communications. Now, we also offer solutions for retailers shifting to online sales, which is something we're going to touch on today. Over the years, RapNet has helped thousands of buyers connect with suppliers, making it a key element of the diamond trade today. And with more and more value added services being added on RapNet, it's the place to be for anyone dealing in diamonds and jewelry, especially today. So I think we have our poll results here, and it looks like, wow, we have many of you that are already RapNet members. That's great. I'm sure that for those of you that aren't, after you see today's webinar, I'm sure you'll want to join. So I think there's one other thing I wanted to tell everyone before we get started, and that's we'd like to, if you have a need to communicate during the webinar, there's a Q&A button at the bottom. So we'd prefer that you ask questions, and we will throughout the webinar be answering as many questions as we can. And then at the very end, we'll leave it open for some other questions as time permits. So let's get started. Without further delay, Prashant, it's over to you.
Thank you, Sherry. And let's get going. Wow, that's a very unusual slide for me to start off a presentation with everything closed. But I guess this is what the reality is. All the major shops are closed in almost every country, which has been on a standstill for the last 2.5 months. And some countries which are coming out from this lockdown are still on terms to manage their supply chain. They're trying to understand the supply demand gap, and they're trying to understand how are they going to overcome these social distancing barriers where people are really hesitant to step out. And all this has severely impacted every industry which we can think of, with shops closing in and no more footfalls. It's been an uncertainty for a lot of people, and there are a lot of questions which the retailers are left with. Questions such as, how are we really going to generate new sales? How am I going to maintain contact with my customers? How long will it take for all of us to come out of it? Where am I going to get the new revenues from? Well, these are all very bothersome questions, and they'll require a lot of business introspection. But as they say, every cloud has a silver lining. There is an opportunity in every challenge. And we at RapNet have been working very hard to get some of the answers to these problems. And this is exactly our program today, to give you some real actionable help. We are going to show you how you can create new ways to run your business and generate new business during this lockdown period. So before I lay down the agenda for today, I would like to quickly do a small poll with all of you, and it should be coming up on your screens right now. How many of you are using social media channels right now to connect with your customers? A fairly simple answer. We are using social media in our day to day lives. And I'm sure in the last 2.5 months, we've spent numerous hours in a day going through different forms of social media. But are we really using this only for in our personal space, or are we really also trying to explore it in the business avenues? And that's the question which I'm trying to understand. What can we really do for you based on what your preferences are? And as I see, the results have pretty much populated, and it looks very interesting to know that 64% of you are actually using social media. So that's really very good. That's really very nice to know. And for the remaining 36% who's not using any social media channels, I guess you all should probably consider start using it. And there are very good reasons for you all to do that. Social media has become one of the most integral parts of a brand's marketing, that more or less 97% of the marketeers are using it. But not all businesses seem to understand these benefits which social media can bring. And the recent studies, and I think I can even validate with the poll results which are coming right now, that 50% of the small businesses aren't using social media services to promote their products. So while you're ignoring social media, your prospects are probably talking about your product, about your brand, and looking for it online. So all I can summarize is that with social media, you can really reach out to a large number of an audience base. You can have a direct connection with your audiences. You can build your brand, And more importantly, you can uncover invaluable insights of your customers, which you could probably never think of. So what are we going to show you today? We're going to show you how you're going to find more customers by sharing our diamonds with other members on social media. You can directly share your diamonds and jewelry through some quick action buttons, which we shall show you. We're also going to show you how you're going to be managing all your communications, all your contacts in one place. Through the My Contacts page, we shall show you how to organize all your contacts so that you can efficiently share diamonds and jewelry right from RapNet. We are upgrading RapNet so that you can centralize your interactions with your customers, where you can efficiently keep a track of all your trades. You can connect to all your existing customers and potential customers. You can track your customer activity, and you can also schedule follow-up and reminders. And finally, we shall be showing you a solution where you can showcase thousands of diamonds and jewelry on your online store with RapNet's instant inventory platform. This will definitely help you to boost sales. So without making further delay, let's go over to Philippa and she will take us through what's new on RapNet. Philippa, over to you.
Thank you, Prashant. So as Prashant mentioned, I'm going to walk you through all these really exciting features. By the end of this webinar, you will be emailing and WhatsApping jewelry and diamonds to keep in touch with current customers and posting unique items on your Facebook and Instagram pages. And I'm also going to show you how to manage all your contacts so you can track them and get that repeat business from them. So we're going to start with people down here. Now in people, we still have the member directory where you can look up the profile of any RapNet member. My contacts is where you're going to be keeping contact information for the customers that you're interacting with on a regular basis. If you're going to be sharing diamonds and jewelry on RapNet, you're going to want to keep those contacts handy. And you can see here that I've got both RapNet members indicated with the red RapNet icon and non-RapNet members. You can have as many contacts as you want listed here. It's unlimited, and RapNet recognizes RapNet members by their email addresses. You can also import contacts from your phone, when you're using the app, you can import them on your phone as well in a really simple way, which I'm going to show you soon. So Prashant, because I'm going to be sharing diamonds with you first, let's add you as a new contact. So we're going up here to add new contact, and let's add you. So then after that, I can start sharing items with you. Okay. Now, this is manual, but if you are doing this on the app, which I know a lot of us are spending more time on our phones than ever, then you can just import from your address book and it populates into the correct fields. So it's really fast and it's all done for you. So Prashant, here we go. I'm adding you. And here you are. And because I've put in your email address that's registered on RapNet, you're flagged up as a RapNet member. Now I'm going to start sharing diamonds with you. Now I have saved and tracked some diamonds over here on my dashboard. So I've got a saved search ready for you. And we've got a couple of diamonds. This is a page you're all familiar with if you're RapNet members. You notice we've got a new search results table. So we've got some quick actions as well. We've actually added to every item. You'll notice that we've got the information about the diamond, the price, the seller information, but we've also added an item page to every diamond and every jewelry item, except for matched pairs. And these item pages, which I'm going to show you, provide much more detailed information, as well as those very important share buttons. Now, the item pages can be accessed here, the quick action, or when you expand and go into the diamond information itself. So I'm going to click on the diamond page. And let's have a look at this diamond and see which information is provided. Okay. So first of all, we have the lot number. Every item, diamonds or jewelry that's uploaded to RapNet has its own unique. And you can add notes. Notes are something you can add on a diamond level. So it might be something to do with the customer that you're buying the diamond for, or something about the supplier and the price you've agreed on. You can color assign the notes as well and save them. But let's go back up to our action buttons. First of all, if I'm interested in going ahead with the sale, I click Contact Seller, and that leads me directly into Trade Center, where I can initiate contact with the company and negotiate and move ahead with sale. These are the action buttons. Now, Prashant is a RapNet member. When sharing diamonds and jewelry with other RapNet members, the diamond or jewelry information is sent through Messenger over here, the chat. And of course, that Messenger is on the app as well. In order to send through Messenger, there are two methods. This is the first one. I go to the lot number and I just click and copy that lot number to the clipboard. I then go into chat over here and start looking for Prashant. So every RapNet member is going to populate here, and I just filter it down. So I'm finding Prashant's name. I'm going into the messenger bar, and you'll notice that we've got the share icon. Click on that share icon. Because you can share both diamonds and jewelry, you can toggle between the diamond and the ring for the jewelry. And all you do is paste in that unique lot number that you copied from the item page. You can preview to make sure you're sending the right item, and then hit send. Now Prashant's going to get a message on the app, or when he opens up the RapNet website, he'll see that he's got a new message. It's identified with a little counter that he has a new message, and he'll come in and he'll see that I've shared an item with him. The other way, apart from copying the lot number, is also using the share icon. So we're going to click on this share icon, and I'm going to start typing Prashant's name. Now, because I added Prashant to my list of contacts, he's already going to pop up in the list of my contacts. Here he is. So I'm going to click on his name, continue, send a message, and hit share. And once I've hit share, again, this is going to go through chat. So once I've hit share, it's being sent to Prashant. Let's move back into Messenger. And you can see that the second time I've sent him the diamond, it's also gone through the chat. And this is a great way of being able to share with other members diamonds that they might be interested in. Okay.
All right, so this is very good, Philippa, and for our audience out here who probably just feels that you're going a little bit fast, we'll try to slow the pace so that you all can understand. I believe some of the people, Philippa, already logged on to their RapNet screens and they're trying to do it simultaneously the way you do. So yes, we will try to go a bit slow, but I think what you showed was very cool, very nice. You can directly share it through the chat option on the RapNet app, and I think it's lovely.
Would you like me to review?
Um, I
Okay.
think we should be fine. But if we're going too fast, feel free to put in your comments in the question and answer section, and we will try to lessen the pace. But we do have a lot of things to show you, so we will try to ensure that we try to fit it during the entire 45 minutes.
Okay.
So thank you for your on the go comment. So moving ahead, Philippa, I had a question since I was already looking at what people were asking. So one of the questions what we get to hear is that, can I share my own listings with members as well as sharing listings found on the search engine?
Absolutely, yes. I actually have a diamond listed on RapNet right now. It's on the dashboard. I can find it here. So I'm just going to click, and it's going to take me to manage my diamonds. Again, every diamond, apart from matched pairs, and every jewelry item has its own item page. And you see here we have this diamond item page icon. I'm going to click on that. And you see a pretty similar item page to the one that we previewed before. You have that lot number that you can just click, copy, and send through Messenger. You have the information about the diamond. Because it's my diamond, it's my image that I've uploaded, I can delete it if I want. I have the information that I've uploaded. On the right-hand side, instead of having supplier information, because that's me, I have information about the positioning of my diamond in comparison to other similar diamonds listed on RapNet. So if there are the 10 diamonds listed on RapNet and I'm fifth out of 10 diamonds, then I'm in the top 50%, and I can simulate a price. I can say instead of selling it at -5, I can go up to -10 or so, and I can change my price. And down here, there's a graph. So all this is very good pricing information in order to help you stay competitive. And then we go into our action buttons. So I can edit the item, but again, I can also share the item as well. So these action buttons are both on my own diamond item pages and on other sellers. You can share both.
Wonderful. I think this is very cool. I think what you've just shown, and I also wanted to know how can we really share it with the non-RapNet members?
Okay, sharing with non-RapNet members. This is a fantastic tool if you want to just keep in contact with existing customers. Although your shop is closed and your stores are closed, you're still there and you're still open for business. So we go back to the share icon. Now, Prashant, I want to share with you. I've
Sure.
already got you listed as a RapNet member because of your email address. Do you have another email address that's not listed on RapNet? And I'll share it to your other email address.
All right, you can take down my other one. It's rapnet.prashant@gmail.com.
Okay. Okay. Now you can see Prashant is not in my list of contacts, this Gmail address. It's not there. So I can just go ahead and create him as a new contact directly from here. I don't have to go back into my contacts. I can just, here it is. Let's put you in, Prashant private email. We'll put in your surname. Of course, I can add other extra fields, your numbers, your job title, position, job, and company name. And then I click continue. Once I click save and continue, you will be in the list of my contacts. So let's save and continue.
Got it.
I can type in a message. But this time, because I'm sending to a non-RapNet member, I can decide whether you want to hide the price. So you would click don't show the price. Or for my price margin, I can mark up the price. So I can mark up by 10%. Watch the total price box. It's going to go up by 10%. All right, here. And I can do a flat fee markup, say $100 to allow for shipping and packaging. So if I put in $100, it's marked up again. So once I've done the markup, I can now share it with you. It's going to go to you by email, and you will receive a link that's active for 2 days. Now that email is going to go from my email address that's registered on RapNet. Once I click share, that email address, that email will be sent to you with a link. Now, I don't have your Gmail account. I don't have access to it, but I can give everyone a preview of the page you're going to see when you open that link, when you click on the link. Here we go. Click here to view item page. Prashant, you're going to see this when you open the link. You see the diamond. Because I've uploaded an image to RapNet, then you as the private customer gets to see the diamond image. Then you see it's GIA certified. You don't have the GIA report number, but just you know whether it's GIA certified or not. The information about the diamond as uploaded by the supplier, and you'll see me as the supplier, as the seller. You won't see the RapNet supplier. You'll see me because I've sent you the item. You have 2 action buttons. When you send it as an email to a non-RapNet member, you have 2 action buttons. Either you like this item and I'll go ahead and buy the diamond on RapNet from the RapNet seller, or not, it's not for you, send you something else. So Prashant, this 166 KVS2, what do you think? Do you like it? Do you want me to send you something else?
I think it's a good stone at the price which you're giving me, so I'm sure you'll give me a good price. So go for
All
it.
right. So I like this item. So I'm going to click I like this item. Okay. Note, and we're going to confirm that. And as soon as you've done that, I will receive a notification to my email. My page looking like this, something like this. I'll get an email telling me that you like the item. It'll identify the item, and clicking on view item page takes me directly to the item itself so that I can see the supplier and go ahead, contact the seller and go ahead with the sale. If you had told me that you didn't like the item, well, we would get this. I would get this message that you didn't like the item, and I'd have to go and look for something else. Now, as I mentioned, you can also share items on the app really easily by importing contacts from your address book, and I want to show you that now. So here we've got a tennis bracelet, and you see that all important share icon. Then click on the share icon and contacts pops up. Click on the contacts and click add new contact if the person you want to send to is not already listed in there. Once you click add new contact, you'll see the new contact page appear, and you can either type in the name and information of the new contact or click import contacts from phone list. And all you do is click that button and select the contact that you want to send it to. As soon as you click on that customer, their information populates into the contact and you hit send.
Wow, this is fairly simple. I think it looks very nice and it's very clean, and I think it couldn't get simpler than this. But Philippa, once you showed us how to track the item in once you're sending to a member, so I understand that part of it. But how do I really keep a track of the items which are shared with the non-RapNet members, because they don't have a chat, or
Yeah,
so how do I go about tracking it, the things which I've
good.
sent on an email to them?
Okay, good question. We move back down to people. And this
Okay.
is the third tab that we've got here. By the way, if you're looking, you'll see that the email address that the new contact that we added when I sent it to you by email has already been entered. So we move into items shared. Items shared screen tracks all the items that you've shared with non-RapNet members. So this is the item I just shared with you. The blue link shows it's a live link because we said it's active for 48 hours. There's a description of the item, the marked up price, so it includes my price markup, the date that I shared it with you, and the expiry date of this link, so in 2 days' time, who I shared it with, and the status, whether the item was opened, not opened, whether you liked it or disliked it. So this is where you're going to keep track of who you shared items with and the status. So you can have a look and say, oh, I sent that to Prashant yesterday. He hasn't opened it yet. Let me just follow up, send him a quick WhatsApp, tell him to check his emails.
Wow. So this is also good. This is nice. Thank you very much for showing this, how to share it on an email with the non-RapNet members. So I think this is very cool what you've shown, Philippa. And before we move ahead, guys, it's a very interesting slide which I'm seeing coming up. And this slide basically tells us the most popular social media networks across the world, ranked by the active number of users in millions. And as we all can see by now, that Facebook is leading the pack of all the social media platforms, with YouTube and WhatsApp joint on a second position, and Facebook Messenger, WeChat, and Instagram all catching up. So I can see that this feature is going to play a very huge role for our retailers. Philippa, would you also be in a position to show us how easy is it to share RapNet items on social media? Philippa, we're going to unmute you.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
thank
of course. This time I'm going to, I think we'll share jewelry item.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yes. So I have a few items of jewelry that I've actually saved to my favorites. So let's have a look. And Prashant, you can pick something that you like, and we'll show you how to share it on social media, which is so important now.
I think
Prashant, what would you like?
I'll go for this 3.21 blue one. I think it's a lovely
The
piece.
sapphire?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. Here's the sapphire. So again, we have the item page. Every jewelry item listed on RapNet has an image. So wherever you post jewelry, there'll be an image for any prospective customer or existing customer to really view and see what they're buying. The item page gives you that lot number that you can copy to your clipboard and share on Messenger, the description of the item as listed by the supplier, the information uploaded by the supplier, and then we have these share buttons, of course. Now we've done the share. These two buttons we're going to concentrate on now. First of all, I'm going to show you with 2 clicks of a button, you can generate a public link and send any item on WhatsApp, Telegram, Instagram. It's so easy. Click on the link. Again, when you generate a public link, when you're sending it to a non-RapNet member, you can mark up the price or decide not to show the price. So let's mark it up by 15% and allow $150, say, for the shipping and the packaging. Now, when I publish this share link, when I send it on WhatsApp or Telegram or whichever post, Instagram, however you're in touch with existing customers, or Instagram, if you have an Instagram page and you want to post up this really unique diamond or ring, these links are available for 7 days. So we're going to click continue. And here's your link. All you do is copy the link and paste it on WhatsApp or Instagram. Now, once you've pasted it up there and a customer comes on, he searches, he finds your ring, or you've sent it on WhatsApp to a customer, when he clicks on the link, this is a preview of the page he's going to see. I'm going to click here to preview. First of all, notice that the page it's not a RapNet page, it's identified by your company. And then he sees the information about the ring or that jewelry item or the diamond, any images that are there. He sees you as the supplier, of course, the information. And you'll notice there are two new features on here. First of all, it tells the customer how long they have until this item expires. And second of all, they can make an inquiry. If they're interested in the item, they can contact you directly and make an inquiry. So they would click make an inquiry. A form pops up where they would just fill out the information. Let's put in. There are some mandatory fields, first name, last name, and email, for example. They can put in their phone number. They can type in a message. Do you have this in size 7, for example? Do you want the ring sizes? And click send. Once they hit send, an inquiry comes into you immediately, like this. Good news, you've got an inquiry. It identifies the item that the contact is interested in. You can click see item on RapNet, and what I would do at this stage, I would take the contact information and immediately put that into my contacts and follow up with them from there. That's how you share, that's how you generate a public link. To share on Facebook, also just as easy with 2 clicks. You've got because we saw in Prashant's statistics, Facebook is really leading in social media. We've got the Facebook icon. You just click on this Facebook icon, decide whether you're going to show the price or not show the price, continue. And here you go, you have it. Just click on the Facebook share button, log into Facebook, and you post it up, put up a message, and this is a fantastic way of promoting unique items or maybe special sales on your Facebook and your Instagram pages.
And how do I track these items which I've shared on social media?
Okay, again, you go to your items shared, and here it is. So you'll notice this was the first item we shared with you, Prashant, and these are the second items. The first time around, we marked up the price and I actually opened the item. The second time when I put it onto Facebook, I hid the price and I didn't post it, so it wasn't, and I didn't open it. You'll also notice that the link is live for 7 days. You'll see the date is 7 days from today. If I decide to take it down, I can always just click deactivate, click on there, and I can just deactivate the link and it moves down and it's a dead link. And you can do this for any of the links that you share with non-RapNet members by email. You see it's moved down here. And on the app, also just as simple and easy. You decide whether you're showing the price, not showing the price, marking up, and you've got all these social media challenges where you can share items as well.
Lovely. I think this is something very, very cool you'll have come up with. We can share items with RapNet members, with non-RapNet members on social media. I think this is a fantastic idea, and I think a lot of retailers who are out there can really capitalize about it. So,
Mhm.
talking about social media, Philippa, let's have a look at some very interesting statistics. And as all our viewers can see on the screen, we can very easily see the growth of social media, that it has tripled its user base in the last 1 decade. So as you see that this specific growth remains steady, the time has really come for all of us to capitalize on this increasing boom of users on social media. And before we go ahead, Philippa, could you also let me know that I was going through the contacts while you were showing it. Apart from it being an efficient place to really store contacts, is, can I do really something more about it? Can I share jewelry or diamonds with them? What else is there to these new contacts? And if there's any features which is inbuilt which can help members to trade more efficiently, I think that would be lovely for us.
Yes, yes. My contacts are so much more than an address book. You'll notice, for those who are looking at the screen, you'll notice that there are follow-up dates, so you can see already there's so much more. I think what's key to businesses nowadays is the repeat business, is not only bringing in a customer, but customer retention. And customer retention is done through fostering personal relationships with customers, knowing their needs, understanding what they want, having an accurate record of what they've bought from you, what their dislikes are, and also being able to track them and follow up with them in a timely way so that they don't leave you and go to a competitor. And that's being able to target and keep customers is so valuable. And this is where my contacts really comes into its own and ties everything up. Because with my contacts, you've got a centralized place where you can manage and track day-to-day interactions with every single customer. You can log calls, emails, meetings, track preferences, create tasks. I'm going to show you how to do it. Prashant, we added you before when we sent you a diamond by email. So I'm going to click on your name here, and you'll see that the diamond I shared with you has already been entered into the timeline. So that's already tracking which items I've shared. Before we get into the activity side, you can edit customer information. So if that gets updated, so I want to put in, your company name is Rappaport, I can save that, and all that information gets entered in. Let's have a look at the
Got it.
three main actions on the My Contacts. First of all, you can log personal interactions that you've had with customers on a day-to-day basis. You can log calls, emails, and meetings, and set follow-up reminders. So I sent you an email with a diamond. So I'm going to log this as an email. Contact in few days to check if he wants this on memo, just to check if you want the diamond on memo. If you're interested, I'm going to create a follow-up for a couple of days time and save the log, save this activity. Once I save this activity, it can be an email, call, meeting. First of all, it gets entered into the history. And second of all, it comes up as an upcoming event. I can also add notes, and notes are much more of a personal touch. I think it's so important to have that personal touch, really get to know your customer. So for notes, I might write, Prashant prefers white gold, or it could be something as simple as favorite football team, just something that the customer feels that you're attentive to his needs. And again, save the note. So if I've written Prashant prefers white gold, I'll always remember not to send him jewelry, which is platinum or yellow gold. And the last one is new tasks. Unlike the logging activity where it relates to an action, new tasks allows you to follow up with the customer on something which could be unrelated to something which you've specifically done on RapNet. For example, if you're working together on a new design or jewelry collection, you might want to follow up. And so for example, I might write, work on the new spring jewelry collection. Okay, we're working on it together and it's in a week's time. So I need a reminder telling me that I need to work on the spring collection with Prashant. And we're just going to go ahead and save the task. Again, the task is entered in and it's an upcoming event. Now, it's all very well logging events, but I need to know when to follow up. I'm not going to keep checking everyone's page each day. So first of all, every time you log into RapNet, there's a module on the dashboard for upcoming tasks. So you can see I have a couple of tasks set for tomorrow and the day after, and this is Prashant contact in a few days. So I have these tasks as a reminder. But as well as that, RapNet sends you an email every morning when there's a task due. If you have multiple tasks, we'll combine all the tasks into one email and we'll send that to you. So you'll never ever miss a follow-up with a customer, and that you're always able to keep on top of everybody and make sure everyone feels cared for. And you can also see that this feature is also available on the app. You can create upcoming tasks and you can see the history and the timeline. And if we go back into RapNet, let's go back into some tasks that I've got here. This one. This is the first item that I sent with you. Just, you can also filter. So if you have, once you start building that relationship with your customer, you're going to have a lot of events and meetings and notes. So you can always filter them, and you can filter by date. So what's coming up with Prashant this week? I need to contact him to work on, maybe to work on a project. And you can also edit your notes as well and delete them. So I think this is going to really help you build your business remotely, because every time you share an item with a contact, it gets entered into the timeline, and then you work from there, logging calls, personal notes, and really making every customer feel that they're your only customer in the world. And I think you'll see a significant amount of repeat business when each customer feels so much that they're cared for.
Fabulous, Philippa, fabulous. I'm so impressed. You guys have literally built a mini enterprise solution for all of us. And all this is freely available?
Every feature I've shown you today, it's available on the app and the web, and it's included in your RapNet membership.
It couldn't get better, Philippa. I have no words.
It's
So
only going to improve. It's only going to improve.
for sure, for sure. So I guess we've learned something very interesting today, also how to organize our contacts and how to really get in touch. And I'm going to quickly move on to the last part of our webinar, which is what are the retail challenges which we all are facing. And as we understand that, retail sales is predicted to see a drop in a demand by 30 to 35%, and social distancing is going to become a big problem where people are going to curtail their travel for the buyers, and buyers will most probably be either browsing online from the comforts of their houses, just the way how we're doing this webinar, or at the most they will probably prefer to going to their closest neighborhood jeweler. So it's a simple no-brainer that more and more business is going to happen online, because what's really happening is now that the mindset of the consumer is really changing. It is changing and evolving from I will wait to I want it now. And this behavior of the consumer is literally seen across various industries now, be it luxury or non-luxury. They are showing this behavior pattern. And as a retailer, we are plagued with more and more questions. And the questions are like, how am I really going to keep up with the ever changing customer expectations? Now, I know in the past we've always been innovating our products, innovating our designs based on their expectations. But I think the time has come now for us to not only innovate our products, but we also need to innovate the way how we're going to reach out to them. So, this is exactly where social media probably plays a very important role. And how do I maintain the customer loyalty? And I think, Philippa, you've demonstrated it very well. In the past, promotions and special offers always remain the mainstay of the retailers, to retain the customers. But I think the real key is an amazing customer experience, and that can only be achieved through personalization. So, in order to keep your customers loyal, you would really need to have a personal approach. And that could be just by sending them an email, it could be just sending them a WhatsApp, or you can probably send them and post them a story on their Instagram account. You need to adjust to their customers preferences, and I guess this is something which we all need to learn from what these tough times have taught us. And coming from a perspective where consumers, they find everything online, so what they do is they come online and then they probably do the research and then they go offline for a purchase. Now the question is, if your product or your brand is in front of them through a visual form, and it could be in the form of an emailer, whether it's an image or it's a story, and if they like your item, I'm sure they will wait for it, if not take it now. So it's just a matter of some time that if you as a retailer can transition this wait period into an actionable sale, I think you all have hit the bullseye. And finally, I think what we all need to know is what is the best technology for all of us to adapt to it. And retailers all over the world have been looking for the best automated solutions to simplify their business processes, but yet their choices often fall into the wrong software. And either it's very difficult for them to use, or they don't have the right abilities to overcome these retail challenges. And this is exactly where RapNet can help you with the instant inventory platform. But before we move to that, I'm going to just ask you all a quick question, and I'll try to make it my last question for the day. But I'm very eager to know how many of you sell diamonds or jewelry online via your own website. The question should be coming up on your screens right now. So I'm going to repeat the question. How many of you are going to be selling your diamonds or jewelry online via your own website? So it's very simple. I know a lot of people whom I meet across trade shows. They have always been, they've got chain stores operating. But when I ask them, do you have a website? Yes, we've got one website just for the sake of a presence. We really don't sell anything. We just at the most show our corporate history, maybe one section of jewelry. So a lot of people didn't really don't really spend time. They don't take the importance of what the online media is. It's a very traditional approach which has worked in the last 50 to 60 years. But times are changing and we all need to evolve. And I'm very happy. In fact, it's very good to see that a lot of y'all, 63% of y'all are putting your diamonds and jewelry on your website. Now, for the remaining 38%, I think it's a good time to introspect. These are times where y'all can really look back, think upon what we can really do. So, Philippa, I'm going to quickly give you the screen again. If you could quickly show our audience a quick preview of what instant inventory is, I'm sure they all would benefit out of it.
Yeah. RapNet's instant inventory, it's a simple, cost-effective, easy solution, and it's going to help you all, for those that are not selling online, to start doing that. A lot of you might be familiar with our RapNet instant inventory for diamonds, where you showcase thousands of diamonds from RapNet on your website, and it's so easy to set up. All you need to do is select diamonds that you want to showcase on your website, choose suppliers that you want to work with, mark up the prices, and publish on your website. It's just a 3-step setup. It's very simple. Now, what's really exciting is that next week we are going to be launching a brand new instant inventory and include jewelry on the instant inventory feed. So you can have both diamonds and jewelry. You can sell both on your website. But not only that, it's not just the feed we're going to be giving you. We'll also be giving you a wonderful widget, a pre-designed widget for both of these feeds. And the widget is totally customizable, so it can blend into the theme of your website. You can add a shopping cart to the diamond widget. And I want to give you today a sneak preview into the jewelry widget. It's not yet available, but I want to give you a sneak preview so you can see exactly what you're going to be looking at. Here we go. So once you've selected on the back office of RapNet, the jewelry you want to have on your website, the suppliers you're working with, and the prices, you publish this widget on your website. Customers come on, they search, they filter for jewelry, metal types. You can see there are a number of filters, and they can also sort products by newest or best price. Now, the widget is both web and mobile friendly, which is important. Like we said, everyone's on their phones these days. So it's completely user friendly, and you can see that the widget is smart and neatly designed and really easy to navigate. Once a customer comes on and selects an item of jewelry or diamond, this is the item page. And you can see there's the information about the diamond. Our widget also offers currencies. So for those who are not in the States, They can adapt their currency. You can see mine is in pound sterling. We have euros, all the other very, very common currencies that you'd need. And you can also add a message. I told you the widget is customizable, so you can add this message about shipping or returns. And there's a make an inquiry button. When a customer is interested, they'll click on make an inquiry and be able to fill out the form. They'll fill out the inquiry form with their information and the message and hit send. And once they do that, that comes into you at RapNet. You'll get a notification. You'll see on the top right, there's a bell, and that's your notifications. It'll notify you that you've got an inquiry, and you move into the instant inventory inquiry section, where there are 3 key pieces of information that are going to help you close that sale quickly. The first on the left is the lead source. Who's interested in the item? Here you have all the information about the customer, whichever information they filled in the inquiry form. In the middle, you have item details and the price. If you want a reminder of the exact item, you just click open item page and it takes you to the diamond or jewelry item page. And then on the right-hand side, what you really need is the seller details, because if someone's told you they're interested in that item, you want to go ahead and contact them, negotiate and close that sale with them. And you'll see the contact seller button so that you can go straight into Trade Center. But this is the part that is absolutely fantastic. If we move back to lead source, you'll see that we have add to my contacts. If you click on that button, then my contacts pops up, pre-populating the information that the customer entered in the inquiry form. And once you hit save, that contact is entered, and there's already a history of the item that they inquired about from the widget. So everything comes together. With inside RapNet, it's streamlined and it's centralized and it's efficient and it's all there for you. Instant inventory is really the answer if you want an affordable and efficient way of being able to and get it up and running extremely fast.
I think this looks very simple, Philippa, and I guess this could be the solution which retailers could really embrace, isn't it?
It's a complete solution for anybody selling retail, jewelry or diamonds. It's a complete built-in solution RapNet's got here.
I think this is a good cue for everyone who's been getting their offline stores. I think now this could be the turning point for them to transform their offline store to an online store also. So when the offline stores get going, your online store is already out there running for you. So I think this could be a really good transformation for everyone, and I think everybody should really look into it very seriously. Going ahead, I have one last question, and before I move to the final section of my our presentation, and it won't take much time, but it's a quick question which has been intriguing me, and it's coming up on your screen right now. How many of y'all advertise online, which is, it could be either through Google ads, through social media, or through any other form of advertising? And I know a lot of y'all probably have your own internal marketing departments who do internal advertisement, where some of y'all probably would have been hiring professional agencies, and some of y'all are like wondering, like, I always wanted to get going with it, but how do I really go about it? So the question out here is, do we really budget ourselves? Do we really invest in ourselves, in our brands to advertise? I think that's something which I was looking forward to before I move to the last segment. And it's a very interesting results which is just coming up. I do see roughly around 45% of y'all are really into advertising. Y'all focus either through an internal agency or you do it yourselves. So I think that's very good. But for the remaining 35% who aren't doing it and the remaining 21% are looking for a solution, I think we might have the answer for you. And a common question which plagues everyone is that, okay, all this is good, but how do I really go about making my own website? And this is the place where we can really help you. And the good news is that RapNet and ThinkSpace have joined forces to give you all an affordable and easy way to set up an customized website featuring RapNet's vast inventory of diamonds and jewelry. Now, all of you wondering what is ThinkSpace? ThinkSpace is a web technology platform specializing in building jewelry websites that can connect with RapNet's instant inventory. They provide you a very simple and cost effective solution for jewelry retailers who want to showcase their online ready made and customized jewelry. And the best part about them is that they also help you to get you tools to engage with customers on the website and on